So this just happened. Young Justice has been canceled. No doubt you know this because you clicked on the title of this video, or you probably seen the news online, but Young Justice has just been canceled from HBO Max, and it will not be returning for a season 5 as per the reports that are coming out. And as I didn't even know this information, I want to say a shout out to a user in my comments of my previous Young Justice video who actually alerted me to this the Dark Knight. So I went and looked this up and found out that it was truth to this, that it was being canceled. And considering how we had a pretty big blow up on that one Young Justice video, and a lot of you came to this channel because of Young Justice, I figured I would share my thoughts on the show being canceled. So let's jump over here into this article over on the Collider. Young Justice won't return for season 5 at HBO Max, and another one bites the dust. And yes, it is true. Many of these DC properties have been canceled as of late. As you know, recently Batgirl was the big news getting canceled after it's pretty much done filming. And this is a lot of it in this article is talking about how it's due to the merger and financials and all that. And I do believe that that plays a big factor into it, obviously. But it's a big factor because these movies probably weren't going to be very profitable, to be honest. And Young Justice is a show that I don't know what kind of profits it would make, but it's definitely probably not one of the things they really wanted to focus on moving forward with their cancellation. And it kind of talks about how, they, originally canceled it back in 2013. And yeah, it was, I think, a little bit more unjustly canceled back then because the show was pretty good in the first 2 seasons. It was a really good show. And I know there was lots of rumors about it being like due to toy sales and stuff like that. And, that Cartoon Network axed it. And like many shows back then, several shows like Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Spectacular Spider-Man, I felt, it was canceled. It definitely could have gone further. All the push, we got Bane Justice back on DC Universe, then eventually on HBO Max, and of course, after 2 seasons coming back, it is now being canceled once again. And they're talking about how it's really unfair that it's being canceled and it's not justified and, different things like that. But it's like, if they really watched this season, I'm not surprised that it got canceled. As you saw in my previous video, the amount of stuff they crammed into it is ludicrous. Now, granted, I will say from the comments and people's thoughts on my video and other people's videos who made similar observations that I did, there's a pretty good split, I guess, at least on the comments anyway, that people liked it and didn't like it, so I wouldn't say it's completely unanimous, but I think that it was pretty bad. Like, I didn't even finish season 4 because it just got so ridiculous. And it just, as you can see that video, I can link it because to see all the stuff that they put into it, just one episode, let alone the whole season. And it really doesn't surprise me that it gets canceled. When it talks about other things that are getting canceled, like Batgirl, Supergirl, Wonder Twins, like, people may say they care about these, but nobody cared about those movies. Like, it was a bit some odd version of Batgirl that wasn't the regular Batgirl. We got a Supergirl version, which is probably going to be the Supergirl that was going to be in the Flash movie, which is not even the real regular Supergirl. So like, and talking about a Black Canary movie, and based on the Black Canary we got in Birds of Prey, which had the most inaccurate character depictions of any movie of all time. Yeah, that was hard to watch. But anyway, Young Justice has been canceled. I am not surprised about this at all. The way that they've been axing off stuff that didn't seem to be doing very well for them, I'm not surprised. I don't think that this new direction of Young Justice was being successful. And had they stuck to the original thing, maybe we would have gotten more. But honestly, even then, it might not have continued on. I just don't know if this was in their plans. So I think there is a lot of the money financial part to this, but also I think that it just wasn't a very good show, and it steadily declined. Well, it went down pretty hard in the last couple seasons, and it really took what was really a top tier superhero cartoon and it drove it into a very average, mediocre, balancing out cartoon. As I showed in my ranking of the superhero cartoon tier list, it would have been a great show had it not came back. And I was one of the people who wanted it to come back. And now I'm like, I wish it would have stayed dead and we could have just kept it the way it was. But here we go. Young Justice has been canceled. What do you guys think? Do you happy that it got canceled? Are you sad that it got canceled? Let me know. And, we'll see what happens moving forward with DC, but Young Justice is no more. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.